If you are stuck in between practicing a religious belief and desiring to be truly spiritual, and you're beginning to see that those things clash, you're beginning to see that Christianity wasn't what you thought it was. You're beginning to see that Islam wasn't what you thought it was, or what your parents taught you it was, or what tradition told you it was. If you're in that place and you're beginning to feel pulled away from religion, and there's an inner voice telling you that spirituality is not the same as religion, this will help you. This is something to ponder and consider. Most of us know that the corporations that run everything in the world practice the occult. That's one of the most basic things for a truth seeker and people practicing religion. It was one of the first things I learned as I began to delve deeper than the surface into seeking understanding. You know that. You feel, because there was a time where I felt anything occult, anything ancient, anything our ancestors did, all of those things were evil, wicked, of the devil, and would cause you to go to hell. Now, even though I came to a point of knowing and believing that, I continue to participate with corporations by purchasing their products and services, eating their food, using their things, everything. Every single thing in my life I was using had come from a people that I felt were evil and wicked that practiced the occult. Yet, knowing that, in my desire to be righteous, because this is what I thought, I still did not stop using any of those things, nor did I really even consider not using any of those things. In my mind, I can't live without these things. So, even though I know they go to Bohemian Grove and do rituals in other places, even though I now know about Pizzagate, I'm still going to use these things because they're beneficial for me and I need them for my everyday life, right? So at that point, I realized I wasn't righteous according to the standards that I had been given in the traditions and religions I was practicing. I wasn't righteous because I had not removed things that were evil, that I thought were evil, from my life. So I wasn't righteous. Because being religious is all about removing things from your life that aren't righteous, that aren't holy. Yet, I didn't remove any of those things and didn't even try to, because guess what? They were benefiting me. And I felt like I needed those things to move forward in life. Boom, here we go. This is the other side of that that's going to help you make a decision as to the path that you want to take from this point forward. Now, you feel that the occultic, magic, hoodoo, voodoo, metaphysics, ancestor worship, different deities, Egypt, you feel that all of those things I just named are evil. If you're still at that point, hear me out. And even though you feel those things are evil, you have still decided to have nothing to do with it. You don't want anything to do with it because it's evil. It's not beneficial to you, and it could land you in hell for eternity. So what's the difference between seeing the benefits of using things that were put in your life by people who practice these occult practices, who you consider evil? You're keeping it in your life because you feel it benefits you. But when you look at ancestry altars, not really worships, not really about worship, it's ancestry altars, giving honor to your ancestors. But when you look at that, you're like, no, I'm not doing that because that's evil. That's occultic, that's evil, it's dark, it's of the devil. So what does this say about you? This is what this says about you. You feel both of the things that I named, corporations and spiritual practices of our ancient ancestors. You feel both of those things are evil. You feel both of those things are tapping into the same evil, wicked energy. Yet one of them you're choosing to use because you perceive it is beneficial, and one you're choosing to avoid because you perceive it as not being beneficial. You are in a state of confusion. You have to begin making these hard decisions. You have come to a fork in your road, in your path of this thing of what we call life here in the physical realm. Make a decision. If you feel those things are evil, and if you feel that avoiding those things makes you righteous or holy, well, you need to remove everything from your life that you're using that's attached to people who are participating in these occultic things, the same way that you make sure that nothing your ancestors did comes into your home, into your mind, into your heart. If you don't do that, you are being a hypocrite. You're saying that both of these things are of the same source, but one of them I'm going to keep away from me, and the other I'm going to keep using it because I need it. I'm going to even teach my kids to use it because I feel they need it. If you're in that place, you are being a hypocrite. So if you have been on my channel since I was practicing Christianity, and you've become kind of judgmental of where I am right now, in my spiritual growth and in this journey of understanding and knowledge and wisdom and true spirituality, you need to go right now and burn and get rid of everything in your house that has been attached to people who practice the occult. Keep it and keep it out of your life. Don't ever invite it back into your life the same way you treat the spiritual practices of the ancestors who were the first people on this earth. Ponder that. And that will open the road for you to walk a true path of spirituality and enlightenment. If you hear this and you don't ponder it and you don't make a decision, by not making a decision to choose, you are deciding to not be a spiritual person. And if you happen to hear this and still make that decision, I'm not judging you or passing condemnation on you, because maybe that's the path that you have to walk. Maybe you have to stay in something that is confusing, deceiving, delusional, and was created by people who desired to oppress another set of people. If you choose to stay in that, then maybe that's just the path you have to walk, and you're not ready to come out of those things yet.